As you look at this photograph of 5 students presenting their panel presentation in a classroom situation, you might be wondering, how am I going to do my panel presentation in an online environment? Well, technology's changed a lot, and there's some amazing advancements. We're going to be using a technology called Google+, and we're going to be using the Hangout feature. What the Hangout feature does is it enables us to all get together in the same room, in the same environment. We can see each other's faces, we can see each other's gestures, we can see the documents that each other is working on. And the room that we'll be in is a room in cyberspace. It's right there on our own computer. Now, I've sent everyone an invitation to Google+, so when you get that invitation, you need to make sure and follow all the directions and download the software that goes along with the Google+. This will enable the Hangout function to work, and it will enable you to join us in these conference rooms. If you didn't receive an invitation, please be sure to contact your instructor. Before we start with the software and how to use it, let's take a look at the presentation itself. So the page you're looking at is a clip from your lesson page in your assignments. And the first thing you're going to see is the sample group presentation. What this is an audio recording of another group presenting the topic, What Can Be Done to Reduce Obesity. Now, it's about an hour long, and you can listen to it. You can listen to how the leader is directing the flow of communication. You can listen to how the group members are presenting and discussing their research. Specifically, who is analyzing the research? Who is asking questions? Who is supporting members of the group? Who is coming up with some good ideas? So those are all part of the group project. You might wonder what group you've been assigned to. And in the second yellow arrow, you can click on the link that shows you the group members that are in your group. You'll also notice that they're already in your Google Group circles, and if you don't see the same people in your circles or you're missing someone, please be sure and contact me. Now, you'll be using Google Hangouts to start a discussion with your group members. So when you're ready to do that, you'll click on the yellow Google Hangout button and invite the people in your group to join you in an online conference room. You're going to need to get together before your assignment deadline and pick a topic for your panel discussion. And you're going to need to take that topic and frame it into a question. So as I stated earlier, the sample group chose the topic, What Can Be Done to Reduce Obesity? Some other topics I've had in the past are what can be done to reduce teenage pregnancy. Another interesting topic is what can be done to reduce drunk driving. What can be done to increase the likelihood of labeling products that have been genetically modified? So you'll be picking your topic, and you'll get together in a hangout and discuss what potential topics you're interested in spending 2 or 3 weeks on for this group project. Now, before you start your hangout, you might chat with each other or communicate on the stream. And you're going to need to set a date for you all to meet in the conference room, in the hangout room, and discuss your topic. Make sure you pick your topic before the assignment deadline. Once you've picked your topic, you're going to need to create a document and post your topic along with the outline you're developing on that document. So what you're looking at is the documents that I've created. These are the documents that are in my Google Drive. So what you're going to want to do is click on the red button which says Create. When you depress that red button, it's going to ask you, do you want to create a presentation or a spreadsheet or a document? You're going to choose Document. When you create your document, it will look something like this. It will be an untitled document with nothing on the page. Of course, you can click on File and rename that document to Group 1 Agenda, for example. Once you've got that document open, you want to go back to the assignment page and look at the guidelines for the assignment. Now, I've given you the skeleton or the framework for the agenda, and it has 7 Roman numerals. And you're going to want to make sure that you copy and paste this skeleton onto your blank document. And then after you've pasted this onto your blank document, you can begin adding your research into that document. So this is a clip from further down on your assignment page where you see a sample group outline. This group outline has information already added to it. Now you'll notice there's many different colors. I'm asking that each group member choose a color to enter all of their work in a certain color. So for example, under Roman numeral number 2, which is left in black because that is part of the original outline that I gave you, our first student, Tiara Schwabs, has put her initials there, TS4. And this is Tiara's entry. It's her 4th entry in her bibliography. It's her first piece of research that she's entered in the harms section of the outline. The next presenter, Julissa, has highlighted her work in green. The third presenter, who has the initial of E, has put her work in yellow. And what you're seeing here is the research and the ideas of each of the presenters. This is the material that they want to present under the category of harms. Let's take a look at their bibliography. That's how I'll know who presented in what color. Tiara has presented in red, Bianca has presented in blue, and Elvira has presented in a yellowish brown color. And I don't care who chooses what color, it's just that I'd like you to stay consistent with the color so I can see who's presented what. So begin building your outline, having each member of your group contribute their research for the discussion. Now we'll be discussing all of this research orally and talking about it and analyzing it and asking questions about it. And if you go back and listen to that sample group presentation, you can get an idea for how this is done. So I'm really looking forward to working with you in our online conference room. Make sure you double check the guidelines, and if you have any questions about how to use Google Docs or how to put that research on your Google Docs, be sure to ask or watch some of the further videos that are provided for you on the Technology Help page. And I'll see you on your presentation day.